mean, you're on the phone all the time, and you have to play the game the hardest, I think, because you are really like a salesperson, but for people. Yeah. And so sometimes it's that. I mean, you've seen. She was also known as being real. People adored her, obviously. People like to talk about people being big assholes in this business, but in my opinion, especially for women, you can't be that big of an asshole and get by.
Right.
People have to love you, and you have to have loyalty.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's a fucking N64. Oh, cool! Ah! It's this purple see-through controller! Oh. This is fucking OG. Oh my god! Super Mario 64, baby. Oh, holy shit. Oh my god, I am so fucking excited. And I ordered Pokemon Snap, which is going to be coming in hopefully soon. I ordered it from GameStop, and I think it's going to be coming in, like, I imagine very soon. Oh my god. Oh, we have a green controller too. So we have green, gray, and purple see-through, baby. Oh god. How does this person have such a high volume of N64s? Like, what do they do? Do they just buy them from other eBay sellers, or? Oh, and there's a big scratch across this one, so you know it's legit. God, this joystick though. Do you remember that one game in Mario Party 1 where you were cycling and you had to cycle as fast as you could to light up a light bulb to get away from the boo? I remember my sister, I always had to hand over the controller to my sister for that mini game because she was so good at it. Because she would just go like this as fast as she possibly could. I can't believe we got a purple see-through one. Ah! I'm pretty sure I had a blue, I think I had a blue and a gray one. I don't remember ever having a green one, I can tell you that. I just beat Paper Mario 64 on my Wii, but now I can play the OG version. Wow. My joy in this moment is immeasurable. I cannot tell you. Oh my god. I have goosebumps. I have goosebumps. Oh my god. Connor and I are gonna be able to get to play Mario Party. Like OG Mario Party. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Oh my goodness. Oh. I'm so happy. Oh my god. I don't know why I'm surprised that this is hard to turn on after sitting in a box for like 15 years. Oh shit, It's so lo-fi. Oh oh my god. Oh my god, does it still have my save file? I don't think you can see it on the because of how the exposure is, but this is my original save file from when I was like 8 years old, and I never got past the second star because I was scared of the desert. Look what arrived. It's my N64. And it fucking works.
It works?
It works.
I was worried.
It works. I had to like clean out my game cartridge because it's like 100 years old. But this is my original save file from when I was like 7.
That's wild.
And I never got past the first star because I was so scared of the desert and I could never beat it. And there weren't walkthroughs when I was 7 years old.
This is really exciting.
I'm losing my mind.
I'm so happy for you.
It fucking works.
That's super dope.
Oh, hi, welcome
Did
home.
Pokemon Snap come?
No, not yet. As soon as it arrives, I'll let you know. But look at the controllers we got. We got a green one, a gray one, and a see-through purple one.
This is wild.
And they're all in perfect working condition. I'm losing my mind.
What year is it?
I don't know. I feel like I'm a kid on Christmas in 1966.
Absolutely, congrats, babe. I'm so glad. Yeah, this is phenomenal.
I'm so happy. I was in elementary school, meaning I was like 7 or 8.
Did you say that it's like almost 2 decades ago?
Yes. That game cartridge is about 2 decades old.
That is wild. This is truly a trip into the past.
I mean, my god.
Look at this.
I know. Hang on, I want to see. Yeah, so if you see here, this save file is from when I was like 7 or 8 years old, and I never got the second star spirit because the second star spirit's in the desert. And the desert was impossible for me to navigate as like a 7-year-old. So, and then these are all files from the previous owner before I bought it from GameStop, I guess, in like 2000. So I only have a couple other N64 games. I did get Super Mario 64 because I actually never played this when I was little. I have Hey You Pikachu, which is literally unplayable because I don't have a microphone. And then I have Mario Party 2 and 3. Mario Party 2 I think is my favorite of the original Mario Parties. Mario Party 3. And then I have Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards, which I never beat, but I also just remember having a lot of fun with all the different powers you can get. And then I ordered from GameStop Pokemon Snap. So we're gonna be in full video game nostalgia, people. I'm gonna be reliving the shit that I played 2 decades ago. I'm so excited. I'm all sweaty. Oh my gosh. So it's a great day. I'm thrilled out of my mind. Did you enjoy that frosting montage? I hope you did, because it was very soothing to edit. So I hope it was as soothing for you to watch. And now, we're gonna get to, my hands are so shaky, bless my heart. I was so nervous when piping this cake, and usually, ideally, when you pipe, you should be able to pipe with one hand. You hold the piping bag with one hand, and then you turn the turntable with the other. And so then, you know, all your lines and motifs and your piping just turns out like way better. But unfortunately, I was so nervous, and I'm so out of practice with piping that I just had to hold my piping bag with both hands and then turn the turntable as it went. Also, my turntable's quite rickety, so I don't know if sort of piping and turning would have even worked for me. But I think the bottom border turned out pretty okay. This top border is not great. There's a lot of gaps in it, but I'm pretty happy with like the consistency of the shapes. Again, I gotta work on my flow. It's practice. It's fine. I don't know if you can tell. I'm sure you'll be able to tell by the time you're done watching this cake being decorated. But I've been watching a lot of this YouTube channel called Benny Cakes, and it's this incredible Korean baker, and they make the most like fluffy, ostentatious, colorful, wonderful cakes I've ever seen in my life. I found them like a couple months ago, or I would say probably about a month ago, and I was like, I have to start baking again. And so I was already in my pie thing, and now I'm in my cake thing. I also realized that you can't really see the ribbon that I was piping, but I was essentially using a pedal tip and just sort of going back and forth to create little ruffles and making sure that I was going down. So it was like creating cute little banners. And then I marked, you can see the little dock marks that I made where I was marking out like, 8 segments of the cake. I've been like just sort of hearkening back to things like earlier in this video. I got my N64 because I'm reliving those days, and now I'm basically reliving my baking days from college. I'm like unearthing all of my old decorating tips and food coloring and cake pans and all of these things, and it's very fun. I've been having a delightful time, and it's been really wonderful to essentially kind of like visit older things that just, older hobbies that like spark my creativity. I mean, I've been playing video games practically my whole life, but I'm sort of really diving into the video game nostalgia. Pokemon Snap did come in. Connor and I pretty much unlocked, 7 of the 8 courses in one night, and now we have to go back and find all the Pokemon signs, and we have to do all the things to unlock. I'm trying to remember all the different things you have to do to unlock, like all the special Pokemon, and I want to figure it out on my own without looking it up, but it's so hard. That game, like, the controls on that game are not very, they're not the smoothest of controls, but that's the joy of the N64, baby. Also, with this, like, swirly banner piping thing that I did, it's, you know what, I don't mind it. I kind of wish that, I don't know. I'm being very critical of this cake design, but again, we're learning, and my next cake is going to be better. I also just need more reasons to make cake. I mean, I can make like about a cake a week, and then we'll eat it over the course of the week, but I also want to make, cakes for occasions, and I want to make cake for folks, and I'm just constantly trying to find excuses to make cake and pie. And when I posted this cake on Instagram and Twitter, people were like, oh, when are you going to open up a bakery? And I was just remembering what I said a couple of videos ago, where I was like, this is something that I am just keeping as a hobby. I am not looking to monetize this. Baking brings me so much joy, and it's so relaxing. I was actually talking to Connor that piping similar to, like, decorating cakes similar to embroidery is this very sort of mindful activity where your brain can't wander too much, so you kind of have to focus on what you're doing, but you don't have to kind of, it's not like a hyper focus thing, because it's not, like super high stakes or super high stress, and so it's this really wonderful sort of peaceful, mindful activity. And again, when I was editing back this footage and like talking to Connor just about cake decorating, I was just thinking about how I gotta start embroidering again. I haven't done it in so long. I think I'm just scared. There's so many talented embroidery artists. Also, please don't judge me, because these ribbons turned out these little bows turned out just awful. I should not have used that piping tip. They're so sloppy. They're not high up enough to cover the dock marks that I made on the cake. They're like, they can be pretty thick, but they're too thick, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with like the tails of the ribbon. These are not good. But I go over them with like, I think it's a number 3 point with my yellow frosting to try and define it a little bit more, and honestly, it saves the whole thing. When it comes to, I'm like, do I want to give like decorating advice? I guess as a novice, I've just been, y'all can check out, I have a cake Pinterest board, so you can check out my Pinterest if you want some cake inspo. But I think like it's just practice. It's a lot of practice. I baked so much in college and high school, and in college I worked in 2 different bakeries, and when I worked at the bakery, I was allowed to decorate like a handful of cakes. I don't work nearly fast enough to like be a cake decorator, because let me tell you, professional cake decorators make the most beautiful work you've ever seen so quickly. I watched a video of a guy decorating a wedding cake in less than 5 minutes, real time. What? Wizards. But yeah, it's basically just practice, thinking about the kind of layering of things. Obviously, watching other people decorate cake is a great way to learn, it's a great way to learn technique, positioning, color combos, get inspo for your own cakes. Like I said, I've been basically consuming the channel Benny Cake like nonstop before I go to bed. Their cakes are just so wonderful. I also want to say, this was my first time making like a meringue-based buttercream, because I learned that typical American buttercream, which is just powdered sugar and butter, is not real buttercream because it doesn't have meringue. So I've been making a meringue-based buttercream. It like starts with the sugar syrup, and then you add meringue powder, and then you add the powdered sugar, and then you add your shortening or butter. And that's what I'm using on this cake. And it's so silky and fluffy and pipes like a dream come true. And it's delicious. I'm going to have all the recipes for everything linked below. Also, of course, I'm very happy that I added my, trademark sparkles onto the top of this cake. My camera also did not get me, my camera cut off and I didn't realize, so it didn't get me piping the remainder of the UGG on top, but you'll see that in the final shot right here. I'm very proud of this cake. I think it turned out amazing. It also tasted incredible, let me tell you. That is all I have for you today. Just lots of baking and a little trip down memory lane. So I love you so much. I hope you're so well, and I will talk to you soon. Stay brilliant. Bye.